Welcome, me Herman here, and today I'm bringing another Gen 8 Ubers live, and Magearna was just banned from SSOU, but I thought now is a good time to do a video with Magearna in Ubers. So I haven't done videos with other mons that got banned from SSOU, like well, at least recently banned. I did do one with Galarian Darmanitan, so like Pheromosa or Shifu or Spectrier, and in part because I don't think these mons are all that great, Pheromosa, Shifu, and Spectrier, but Magearna is great, and he used to have this move in previous generations, Heart Swap, which they took away for some reason, because Gen 8 sucks, but this would switch your boosts with your opponent, so you'd bring this in on Xerneas, Heart Swap off the boost, they would lose their Geomancy, and you would be +2/+2/2. So that was a great set. You now have Power Swap, which exchanges your attack and special attack, but it doesn't help you with the other boosts. So we're not going to run this Heart Swap set or Power Swap set. Can't run Heart Swap set because it doesn't exist anymore. But here's the team I made. We don't have a Choice Scarfer, so I decided to throw on a Giratina Origin with Shadow Sneak, pretty good priority, and I'm running that Jolly max attack set with Stone Edge for Ho-Oh. We have knockoff Kia, so I didn't want to run Poltergeist. That's why I have Shadow Claw. So it's actually a big loss in power, but it's okay. Mostly this thing is here for Shadow Sneak cleaning up late game. We also have Fizdef Xerneas to help with Zygarde and Marshadow and all the things, and to Aromatherapy, be the cleric for the team. Mixed Defensive Necrozma to help with Xerneas's and Zacian's. Magearna, so I've decided to run Choice Spec because I got a little Bulk Beam coverage going on here. Beam is pretty good because it can't miss. Trick is good for tricking Ho-Ohs, as well as like Chansey, Blissey, stuff like that. This might not be the correct set, but we'll see. You can also trick something like a Necrozma too. So Trick, Volt Switch, and Floor Cannon are really the three great moves I think we have for it, and everything else is sort of okay. So I decided that it wasn't really going to outspeed things in general, so I made it sort of super slow, so maybe in Trick Room we can outspeed some things. And then just, max bulk, special defense, so Genesect gets the, attack boost? Wait, no, maybe we want some bulk in there. We want this, because we want Genesect to get the special attack boost. Exactly. My standard Focus Punch Palkia, but this time with Dragon Tail. To deal with Calm Mind Kyogre and no Thunder, and sort of a defog of Beltol. So I'll be back with the first game. Alright, we're back against Sonic Fan here, and my opponent is very impatient. So it's nice we have Stone Edge, Giratina, etc. I think I'm going to lead a Veltol to try and prevent any sort of rocks. I don't really expect Zacian to lead. Yeah, here's Necrozma. I am going to taunt turn 1, yeah. Everyone seems to like to stay in with their Necrozma. Okay, knocks off. Yeah, I don't know why. I didn't want to get Thunder Waved in the face. So, yeah, people... I think they'll start running like a Spec Yveltal here. Because I will just knock out so many Necrozmas. I would love to get rid of this thing. This is your... That was a range. Right, what was I saying? Yeah, this is his fairy switch-in. Well, I guess Ho-Oh. But we got things for Ho-Oh. Anyways, Shadow Claw should take this out. Okay, he goes into Ho-Oh. But that's why we pack Stone Edge. And goodbye Ho-Oh. So my opponent has a very weak Necrozma and a dead Ho-Oh, so that's good for us. and really no no fairy switching. So Magearna gets to come in here. Oh, knock is annoying. What do I click here? I could click Volt Switch. I think will I click Volt Switch? Yeah, I think I'll click Volt Switch on the Eternatus. I would have loved to trick this thing Choice Specs, but dems the brakes. I get to bring in the... this thing could have, what's it called? The poison move. So until I know more about it, I'm just going to set up rocks. Okay, yeah. Looks defensive. Goes for Flamethrower. We catch the Yveltal on the switch. We get the paralysis off. I'm definitely saving this thing because my opponent has a Zacian, which is a bit of an issue. Knocks again. That's great. Now I'm going to click Ice Beam. Yep. I see. I wasn't sure about Ice Beam being a good move, but there you see it. I don't know what my opponent goes into. Ooh, this thing. Am I scared? Kind of, yes. If I lose Necrozma, can I take 2 close combats? Probably not. Okay, so I don't think I can take 2 close combats. Right. So, wow, we live. So I stayed in there, but we took a close combat with Magearna. So Magearna and the forfeit. So Magearna putting in work. I hope I wasn't too inaudible there. I was sort of leaning on my cheek accidentally, but Magearna taking out the Zygarde, taking out the Zacian, taking a close combat, and switching into this Yveltal. So all great things by Magearna. I'll be back with the second battle of this video. Alright, and we're back with the second battle of this video against Love Thank You, or Love TY, or Love T, I don't know. But let's see, so my opponent, obviously, Sticky Webs plus threats, I'm imagining. This Eternatus could be a problem. Actually, Magearna's pretty good against Eternatus. Here's this Shuckle. It's probably going to try and get Sticky Webs up, so we're just going to trick it. And we get a Custap Berry. Okay. Now we can go Yveltal. That's interesting. Again, Custap Berry, just not the play. Now, unfortunately, we have Knockoff. This might have been a mistake. So, we get the taunt on the Xerneas, so at least it's not setting up. My opponent goes into Shuckle. I don't know if I'll just stay in and hit it. Oh, I was like, wow, that did a lot. That was a crit. So, yeah, that would not have killed. You just saw a critical hit, stab, Fairy Aura boosted Moonblast, only do 38, so that attack would not have done a lot. Sunsteel Strike is pretty free here. My opponent could go into his or her own Necrozma. We get the Sunsteel Strike off. This thing is probably going to Dragon Dance, I would imagine. I didn't want to hit timer. Let's go into Giratina. We have, yeah, Shadow Claw into Shadow Sneak should take this out. And because we're slower, we won't, well, no, we'll just get crit and lose the game. That's awesome. That's just really cool. That was sweet. I was going to say, because we're slower, we wouldn't activate the weakness policy. And then we would be able to finish it off with the, what's it called? The Shadow Sneak. But now we are in trouble. Thank the Lord. I'm gonna go into a Yveltal here and pray. And now hope Knockoff knocks this thing out. Oh, nope. See, I told you it was weakness policy. Okay, that is some well-deserved luck there. Knock this thing out. That was really... I guess they could go into Shuckle. But I don't think I mind. Because I do have Taunt, and that thing obviously doesn't have a Mentaler because it has Choice Specs. So, Shuckle's in. Taunt is the play. Xerneas is in. Okay. Did I show taunt before? I don't even know. That was really unfortunate. Shuckle's back in. Do I attack this thing? Do I care if webs go up? Like, nothing on my team anymore is fast. So I think the answer is no. So, Sunsteel Strike. Into heal. Into rocks. Here's Xerneas. Hello. What are you doing here? You're not supposed to be here. Hopefully we can bring it back from that critical hit. Shuckle's back. Shuckle's gone. Okay. We can defog if we so choose. I don't know how good it will be. What's our Magearna at? So, okay, so our Magearna is at full health. If Veltal comes in. Yeah, I think I saved Xerneas for the Zekrom, and we go into Magearna here. Okay, Xerneas. What is this? What is my opponent doing? I don't think I took off its what are we? We're Custap Berry. I don't think I took off its Power Herb. So here's the Geomancy. That's fine, because we get to go right back into Necrozma, and should be able to take this thing out. Yeah, I think we pulled this back. That was a play. Goodbye, Xerneas. And my opponent forfeits. So, okay, we get haxed a bit, but we pull it back. I'll be back with the next game. Alright, and we're back, and we're facing Trick Room. And like I said before, Magearna is going to be pretty good here because we're a Trick Room Magearna, even though we're not on Trick Room. So we should be able to outrun this, what's it called? Dracofish. Yeah, this looks like a big, very scary team with the Dracofish. Palkia for this. Magearna. Pretty good against this. Tina's okay. Again, Shadow Snake's gonna be pretty good. I expect one of these three Trick Roomers to lead. And I know I'm taking a lot of time. And now, the little thing is I don't know the speeds of all these mons. So Dracofish, I know is going to be slower in Trick Room than our Magearna. We have Calyrex. Oh, that's an item. Oh. Calyrex Ice will be faster. Dialga should be slower. And, what else? Necrozma. I figure, P2 is going to be faster than us in Trick Room. Yeah, because it's base 60. Okay. I know, I took a long time. So, Veltal lead, because we can taunt this Dialga. Prevent rocks and prevent Trick Room. And then we get a free knock. Yep, can't Trick Room. Taunt is so great. I really don't know why. Steel Beam. It's okay. Oh, this might be Mono Steel Beam. Dead serious. I think I've seen leads like this before. Bye, Dialga. Kyogre comes in. Probably to Water Spout me. Do I need this? I don't think I do. This could be Scarfed, but I doubt it. Ooh, nasty crit. Thunder. That's fine. Palkia goes in now. We are very inside. Now I wish I had Thunder. But we'll just take this out. Yeah, I don't think that crit is going to end up mattering. So, my opponent could try to set up Trick Room, like he is. So we can, I think Dragon Tail will have higher priority. Yep. Bye. Bye. So we prevent Trick Room again. This thing is annoying, I will say that. Oh, this thing has Trick Room. I forget this gets Trick Room. I'm just gonna set up rocks here. Oh, F me. Yeah, well now this is gonna hurt. Ooh, please do damage. This thing is kind of scary. Now I want a calc. Usually I have a calc open in the, already. But, let's see, Giratina. Oh. Max attack, but we're Jolly against Calyrex, the icy guy. Yeah, that's about right. Shadow Sneak does 25.8. Sigh. What don't we need here? What don't we need? So... We could go into... No, I want Giratina. Palkia would be good. I want everything. So greedy. You can go to Giratina. Oh, I want Giratina for this. And this. No, Giratina's too good here. I can't give up Giratina. I think it's Xerneas, because Necrozma's going to shut me down completely. We'll just click Moonblast here as we get knocked out. No question. Yeah, that was scary. But now... Palkia should be faster regardless. Yeah, Palkia is faster, and my opponent doesn't have a Surf switch in or a Surf into Dragon move switch in, so this is great. And rocks are up. Although I don't know if it's going to matter for this Calyrex because it's clearly what's it called? It might be Boots. Obviously, it's not clearly Boots. It might be Boots. But Lustrous Orb Surf is a 2-hit KO, which is great. Love it, love it. My opponent gets his Calyrex set up again. We are in trouble. Dragon Tail is the play. Sending my opponent into Dracofish, which is probably a Trick Room Dracofish, and even if it's not, we're faster. Porygon comes in, takes a Spatial Ren. We have a high critical hit ratio, or we just 2-hit KO. Okay, yeah, that's why I didn't want to sack Palkia. Whew. Well, my opponent could have hoped for a miss there. So, good game, my opponent. That Calyrex Ice was scary. But we'll get another one. Okay, so in between games, I changed my wallpaper because we're doing a Magearna showdown live, and I found this really sweet-looking Magearna background. Anyways, back to this game against Arcanine Squad. So my opponent has a Blissey, which is fine because we have Magearna. Yeah, I think we look pretty good against this. I think Yveltal is the lead again to prevent Necrozma from getting Rocks up. Ooh, Eternatus. So, even if I get Toxic, it's not the biggest deal because I do have Aromatherapy, or my opponent goes for Toxic Spikes, and that's even less of a big deal. I'm just gonna Taunt here and then defog these away. Toxic Spikes affects one Mon on my team. Dragon Tail, okay. Hopefully I can scare this thing out. Go away. It went away. That's good. Good to know. What is my switch into this? So it's really not anything. because I don't want Palkia to get burned because we have Focus Punch. I'm just gonna... I just tried to word some there, it did not work. I'm just gonna try to waste some Sacred Fires. Hopefully get this thing to whirlwind me out or something. Yeah, there we go. Thank you. I think we just knock off again. Okay, in comes Eternatus. It's now weakened considerably. Toxic Spikes, Dragon Tail, Flamethrower, Recover, I guess? Right? I don't know. So I paused there for a second because it could be Dragon Move. I wanted to go into Giratina, but of course I'm not sure. Did we knock off the Ho-Oh? No, I'm for it. Yes, slowing this thing down will be nice. I'm really wondering what its last move is. Is it a Dragon move or is it a Fire move? And it's the Fire move. Okay, so Giratina is like a free switch into this thing. So we're just gonna Sunsteel Strike. Okay, Blissey comes in. Hello, Blissey. Jesus Christ. Sunsteel Strike again. Thunder Wave this. Oh my, this is like stupid stall. Wait, hello. Keep switching, my dude. Again, we have Xerneas with what's it called? Aromatherapy? Ow. Very ow. Ho comes in. Paralyzed. I imagine the switch to Blissey's coming here. I think we're going to go into Giratina on that. Again, yeah, it was pretty low risk because, again, we have Aromatherapy. Having Aromatherapy is just so nice. Lunala. Yeah, I don't think my opponent was expecting that. Sneak is the play. Okay, fine. Yveltal is here. We have Magearna just for this thing, more or less. Oh, you knocked me off, frick. Ugh, I need to stop switching this into getting knocked off because it hasn't been able to trick things much. Into Giratina? You could go into our own Yveltal and click knock. Yeah, Giratina is just gonna allow Yveltal back in. So yeah, I think we go into Yveltal, and this thing looks like not physically defensive. As you know, in like OU, usually these things run max Fizz Def to take like Psyshocks and things. Okay, so this thing's here. We're continuing to weaken it. Now we get to taunt it. It goes for Dragon Tail. This is some crazy looking stall. Okay, great. Palkia's in. My opponent's only move, Dragon move is the thing. Lunala comes in. Is that Scarfed? Nope. So that thing drops. Blissey comes in. But again, this is why we have the Focus Punch. Bye, Blissey. Say bye, Blissey. Oh, I love Focus Punching Blisseys. My favorite thing to do. So Blissey is gone. I really think that's one of my favorite things to do in all of Mons. Focus Punch these pink, stupid blobs. So Palkia is a giant threat. My opponent's only recourse, I think, here is Yveltal. Or to run. So my opponent runs. Get your stall out of here. Even without, like, a solid breaker, I guess. Like, yeah, we have, like, no real solid breaker, I'd say. You know, no Bandit Ho-Oh or anything, but still, just handling stall with just mix attackers, trick attackers, and Giratina. So, great job, team. we'll be back for another one. Alright, so we're back with the probably the last game. I might do a post commentary on that game where my computer decided to die on like the last couple turns. Interesting looking team by my opponent. It's like screens, but with defensive things. Giratina is going to be great here to deal with the Groudon, because Groudon is scary. I don't see many Groudons. I think it's really good. Just Edgequake is a thing. Yeah, so my opponent goes for Thunder Wave, and we get the trick off. So, props to us. My opponent could set up a screen. I don't think I mind. I'm going to Volt Switch here. My opponent could go into Groudon. I think we're alright. Now we have a Focus Sash. Which actually, once we... I was going to say, once we heal off this paralysis is going to be nice. And we can do it right here. So now we have a Focus Sash Magearna, which is not bad. I will say that much. Not bad. So this could be a bulk up Corviknight. Don't laugh, I lost to this with like a real Ubers team. Here comes Lugia. Okay, this is not a problem. Bulk up Corviknight can be a bit of a threat. We do have Palkia, Taunt, Velton, etc. But here's this Lugia. Lugia can't do nothing to Necrozma. I have good English. Again, this guy's team makes no sense. Why do you have screens and like a defensive team? Yeah. The problem is my opponent has... Wait. No, the Reflect is about to wear off because we took its Focus Sash. Yeah. There's the Rock Polish. That's not surprising. Yeah, obviously, Dragon Claw is going to do... Okay, my opponent is kind of new. Doesn't understand how Giratina works. Wow, that is very bulky. Rocks go up. That's fine. I don't care too much. Actually, it's kind of annoying because we have that Focus Sash on the Magearna. Corviknight comes in. And again, I'm actually kind of afraid of this thing because of possible bulk up. So Palkia is the answer here. Okay, my opponent defogs. Yeah, I mean, you just set up rocks that take off rocks. Seems sort of silly. Surf is the play. Brave Bird. That hurts because we are hasty. But 2 Surfs take this threat out. What's my opponent going to go into? Okay, Xerneas comes in. But no screens up for the Xerneas, which is good. That's kind of why we tricked this Grimmsnarl. Ow. Well, that was damage. I think we just Sunsteel Strike here. Yeah, we don't mess around, and we might knock this Grimmsnarl out, which is nice. Goodbye. Groudon will come in here, I'm almost positive. Nope. My opponent forfeits. Okay. My opponent was a bit new, but good game. Interesting team. This might be the last game, and I'm gonna do the post commentary on that game we had against that guy who's 1700 or something. The Luck guy, whose name is his name is actually Luck. But yeah, that should probably be the next game. Alright, so here's the post-commentary of this game against Lucky Dog, because on the last couple of turns, my computer decided to crash. So I leave Magearna here, predicting the Slurpuff, because I want to trick the Slurpuff. The Slurpuff can't switch up moves, it's not as sort of threatening. I just said Slurpuff many, many times. So yeah, my opponent leads Slurpuff, I lead Magearna, it goes for Yawn, and I go for Trick. But now I have Volt Switch, so obviously I'm going to go for that. My opponent gets up Sticky Web. So we get out of there, we break its focus sash, and we get a Veltal in. It's locked into Sticky Web. And now we can defog pretty freely. I'm going to continue to click defog. My opponent has more Sticky Webs than I have defogs, so that's a bit of an issue. But eventually I go for taunt and I just defog away the webs. Now I feel like I'm in a good position here. My opponent has a Trick Slurpuff, and I have pretty good answers for most of my opponent's team. Let's try to say words. So I don't feel pressured to do anything but make the safe play here. So I just go into Necrozma as my opponent doubles in the Slurpuff. But we're not in a terrible position. We're basically in the same position we just were. So we haven't lost much. Again, my opponent needs to make the correct prediction every time. And if at any point I decide to taunt here or go for knockoff on the predicted Slurpuff switch and I get that right, my opponent sort of loses the Slurpuff. So again, I feel just super safe here. Making the safe play. And going for defog a bunch. And my opponent is, of course, trying to predict when I go for a taunt and get Xerneas in. Really, Sticky Web isn't even that big a deal, to be quite frank. Because my team is pretty slow. Sort of, I rely on the priority of Giratina, like I said, to sort of check threats. Yep, and Shed Shell showing its worth. So then I think I just go for knock. Yep, and that takes out the Slurpuff because, well, for one, it's Dark Aura boosted knockoff, so it's pretty strong. It's still an item, so it's still pretty strong. And then also, I think, at least what I've done with my sort of suicide endeavor leads is removed all their IVs and EVs from their defense stats and HP, so that you get down to your sash faster, and like you don't get left on like 10% and not get your unburden. So it might have had that too. So in comes Xerneas, and I predict my opponent to go for the Geomancy. And also, looking at my opponent's team, I don't think I need a Veltal that much, especially now that Wobbuffet has taken a hit. So out we go. My opponent finishes Geomancying and misses Thunder, but I don't know if that mattered. It is Thunder, you know. It's Focus Blast accuracy. So Veltal comes in. I do save this though to go into so that Darmanitan can't like lock itself into Ice move, but this might be a setup Darmanitan. So we get the Volt Switch off. It was pretty free. I now go into Palkia, and I just click Surf. I guess my opponent doesn't have Sucker Punch, or is worried about a sub or something. I go for Dragon Tail here, in case my opponent went for, what's it called? Mirror Coat. But then my opponent sets up Safeguard with its Custap Berry, and gets a free switch into Rayquaza. I'm worried about this thing having a sash and wishing I had somehow gotten my rocks up, but I don't think I really had a chance. So Rayquaza's in here, and I'm locked into Surf, so this isn't a good look for me. So I do have a physically defensive Xerneas, and the Rayquaza sets up a Swords Dance, so now I'm like, uh-oh. Well, this thing is a problem. I guess maybe, I don't even think my Palkia can take an Extreme Speed because I'm hasty. Yeah, this thing is just all sorts of problems. So I'm like, well, okay, here goes. But look at Xerneas eating up a +2 Life Orb Dragon Ascent from a Rayquaza. So, wow. Imagine if that was Mega Rayquaza, I was just toast. And then my opponent goes into Darmanitan, and then for no reason that I can tell, my computer just decides to die and shuts off, and I rush back as fast as I can to get back into this game, but my computer's kind of old and beat up, which is maybe why it shut off in the first place, and I don't get back in time, and then I lose inactivity because I left. So my opponent, Lucky Dog, is a lucky dog. I got my points because he got lucky, and I almost 6-0'd him, but my computer decided to die. So that'll be the game, and that'll probably be the live slash this game. Magearna put in a lot of work. I was really impressed. I don't think we saw it in this game, but I think in the game... Okay, I might cut this out. I think in one of the game, maybe the first game, that I went for Ice Beam and I caught a Zygarde, so pretty happy with this team and this Magearna set. And this guy's a good player, so this team can beat this guy. This team has gotta be somewhat decent. So, yep, that's Magearna Ubers Live. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, or dislike, or whatever. Leave a comment to help the algorithm, or to tell me, what I think I could do better. I try and keep an eye on the comments. But yeah, stay safe in COVID, and have a good day.